try to do a 3-in-1, and I'm going to try to keep it brief. As y'all see on y'all screen, we have the infamous capital disposal dumpster. Capital disposal. Y'all getting a lot of free promotion on these YouTube streets. So if you in Texas and you need a dumpster, call capital disposal. Okay? Now see, this is why it does not pay to hop up here and try to garner sympathy from people when if it doesn't apply, you could just let it fly. Chrissy got up here and said she was being stalked, harassed, and doxxed. Mind you, we ain't heard nothing else about the stalker, child. If somebody was truly stalking this woman or kids, I'm sure she would have been talking to the special victims unit or a detective, or the police would have been kind of, rolling up and down the streets to make sure her and all them kids was safe. That was a lie. You, Chrissy, you just were not pleased with the narrative and the way that the things were going. The fact that you present yourself as one way and come to find out, which we already knew this stuff. Come to find out, and now there's evidence that everything that you present to YouTube is a complete and total lie. That's why you were mad. You weren't mad about nobody showing this house that you only had 2 or 3 more days in. You weren't mad about nobody showing your dumpster, child. You wasn't all that torn up about them 4 numbers being shown. 5900 Main Street, 5900 Jackson Avenue, 5900 what, girl? 5900 what, girl? Anywho, so this is from the channel. This is from the channel Foot on Neck. Shout out to Foot on Neck, y'all. If y'all want to go over there and check out Foot on Neck's channel, be my guest. It's okay. Y'all think I go hard on the 3 mommies. Go out and check out Foot on Neck's channel. So this is the dumpster. Let's get into some imagery here. So this is the dumpster at the time. That first image, that's the dumpster at the time that the people was, doing X, Y, and Z, so-called doxing or whatever. And this is the dumpster after everybody was all moved out. Now, Miss Middle Class, Benz pushing, Audi pushing, Louis Vuitton bag wearing. See, this is why y'all cannot pattern your life after these so-called influencers. You have to find better idols. You have to find more people to, this is entertainment purposes only at this point. I see people in the comments, my comments, oh, you're just mad, you're jealous, she got 9 kids and she does a lot more than, no. Can you tell me why somebody who has luxury house tours, mattresses would look like this? This looked like the mattresses were on the floor. This looked like the kids were sleeping on the floor, sis. This is unacceptable. This is filth. This is not bedwetting. This is not bedwetting. This is filth. Pure filth. While y'all try to figure out how Chrissy got so much time to record her videos and be on live streams for hours and 2 hours and this, that, and the third, because her kids are in the background living in filth and fending for themselves. That's what I'm going to deduce. Of course, I'm not in the household. But I done seen enough heads run past the screen with the hair matted down. I done seen, child, how many mattresses? This is about 4 mattresses stacked on top of each other. All filthy. All in, child, ragged conditions. Chrissy, that's unacceptable, ma'am. Miss Ma'am, that is completely and totally unacceptable. I would rather see mothers come up here with their hair in a pony, like Jasmine. Jasmine come up here, child, looking very much homely. She be looking very much homely. But everybody in the household be on the same page. She don't try to do too much. But then when you got somebody who will come up here with their wig laid, a new wig every week, contacts in the eyes, a full face of makeup, doing clothing hauls and all that, and then yeah, we can't. No. Before I would let my child sleep in filth, before I will come up here on a public platform that anybody can view with my child's hair matted all over his head, I will sleep in filth. I will have the wild hair. I will sacrifice my own personal needs in order to make sure that my child has everything he needs because I made the decision to be the parent. That's how that goes. I don't understand what y'all three mommies don't understand. If you made a conscious decision to be a parent, sacrifice. None of these three mamas want to make the sacrifice in order for their kids to have the most stable, most loving, most secure upbringing. And I don't get it. These children did not ask to be here. Why do y'all continue to bring them here? And those be the main ones that's always popping up pregnant and pissing on sticks. I don't get it. So yes, this is volume 1 of the Dirty Mattress Chronicles, child. Chrissy, this is not very middle class of you, ma'am. This is not luxury. This is disgusting. This is trifling. Now, see, this would have been disputable had you not came up here in a tizzy with your blood pressure 200 over 180 showing off the dumpster. This is my stuff. This is my dumpster. I rented this dumpster. I'm not moved out. My shit is still here. My baby shit is still here. Now, see, had you not jumped the gun, being erratic, dry bagging, you could have disputed this. See? But now we know. This is the house, and this is the same dumpster that you showed us in front of the house. And you acknowledge the fact that your kids' stuff was still in that house. Now it's not. Now it's in the dumpster for everybody to see. Ooh, girl. I hate it for you, ma'am. Anywho, we're going to ease on down the road. Let's talk about our friendless girl, Olivia. I wanted to show this a couple lives ago, but I ain't never get around to it. I gotta be in a special mood to hop on live and be talking and stuff. Y'all, I'm like Capricorn. Like, I be so content just to be in my little bubble. I be over here cruising the YouTube streets by myself, looking at stuff, commenting here and there, but not doing too much. So, yeah. So this is it QU? Somebody that Olivia used to be friends with. If y'all have heard the story about how somebody was working at Subway and Olivia was trying to work at Subway, and then Olivia ended up messing with that person's family member. Yes, this is supposed to be that girl. So let's get into it.
I met Liv before the YouTube was popping. Okay, I met Liv before her YouTube was popping. Okay, let me put that out there. And when I was a manager at Subway, she came in. You know, our friendship, we didn't really have a friendship until after the whole Subway fiasco. So I would, see her, be like, oh, hey, girl, what's up? Yada, yada, yada. But it wasn't until she decided to apply at Subway, where I formerly worked, and our friendship went from there. Like I said, I knew her before the YouTube started popping. This wasn't I met her while she was already on YouTube. No, I knew her before the YouTube started popping. I got to know her as far as her personal business and be in her personal life once her YouTube was already on and popping. She would come to my house with the kids. We would just, have gatherings at my house. I would never go to her house. Let me put that out there. I would never go to her house because, for one, I was never invited to her house. Nor did I question why I was never invited to her house. I didn't question it because, for one, you either don't know, you're not going to do that. For one, his death was unexpected. It was very unexpected to do that. Okay, fine. That's his right. He doesn't have to, because that's none of YouTube's business, and he does have a wife. And chill, more than welcome to come over here and chill. Your kids can play with my kids. It's whatever. It is what it is. It didn't bother me. So everyone knows that I have a relative that she did conversate with. I say conversate because they were never in a relationship. She was in a relationship, and so was this person.
So sounds like both parties were cheating. Is that what we're saying? Not Miss Olivia, Miss I never did this, I never did that. I was a good woman to Gerard. I can't believe he's doing me like this. I should have kept my relationship. Yeah, but you were in a relationship with somebody that you knew was in a relationship with somebody else. So not only did you decide to cheat on your partner, but you also decided that you were going to be scammy and schemy and backstab another woman. That's tough. That explains a lot why you have no friends. We totally get it now.
Person. I will not say his name because that's none of YouTube's business. And he does have a wife at home. They did welcome in their first child together. Um, it's no one's business what his name is. I've been asked many a times by many different reactors that have reached out to me about his name and who he is and where he lives and if he wants to come live about the situation that happened between him and Liv. I have contacted him and asked him if he wanted to do that. He said no, he does not want to do that. Okay, fine. He does, and that's his right. He doesn't have to address something that happened years ago. Okay, that happened years ago. Him and her relationship was brief. It was more. It wasn't even a relationship. It was more of a sexship. Basically, they had a sexual relationship.
So this is something that apparently our good friend Olivia Johnson lives life, lives way, has a pattern of doing. She liked to get them walls beaten with no commitment, no obligation, no real connection. She just liked to be effed on. Oh, okay.
With each other, and that was it. He didn't view her as something more or something less. He only viewed her as someone that he wanted to have sexual relations with, and that was it. She was okay with that. She knew about that from the door. Okay, let's put that out there. Our friendship ended when she went to speaking on my kid's father, and there's a that he had. It was basically diabetic related. Did that? I did approach her. I did try to fight her. All of that. She wasn't about that life. Wasn't about that life. You was more of a no, you're not going to come here and do that. I'm going to call the police on you. It's not going to be that. Okay, fine, call her, baby. Go ahead on and call them. Call them. And when they come, I'm going to let them know this is why I want to whip her ass. Okay? I want to whip her ass because this is what she's saying. This is what she's doing. You know, it's not like she just said some shit and I felt fucked up about it. She said some shit that was very hurtful to me and my kids.
So basically, in a nutshell, it sounds like this is the woman that's some kin to the person, one of the people that Olivia cheated on Gerard with. He was also in a relationship. Olivia, of course, being Olivia, did not care. And then, as always, she said something out of pocket. We've heard this time and time again, Olivia, you're always saying or doing something out of pocket, pushing Black people to the edge. I have yet to hear about you disrespecting a white person or a Mexican or nobody. It's always you and Black women or Black men. You always seem to muster up some type of issue with somebody and saying something out of the pocket, disrespectful, and then when they threaten to put them hands on you, you ready to call the police. How many times have we heard the same story? Patterns, people. Patterns. It's only unbelievable if one person says it, maybe two people, but when you have a pattern of people coming out and said, hey, this is what was done to me, this is what was said to me, we are inclined to believe it. Olivia, yes, I think you are a colorist. Yes, I think that you're better than regular old Black people, but honey, you're not. You have nothing to be envious of. And anybody in the comments or any viewers, I challenge you all, if you feel any type of envy towards any of these women, you really got to check what type of space you're operating from, honey. These women don't have nothing to envy. They're not even making that much money on YouTube. I promise. As evidenced by what we have, Chrissy. Eviction after eviction, child. The person posted 6 evictions in one state. Cars constantly repossessed, having to downgrade and then try to upgrade and then lose the upgrade and having to downgrade over and over again. Filthy mattresses. Olivia, constantly crammed up in some small living space. Never have anything that's legitimate. They all rock fake this and that, and they're not making that much money. The girl said she didn't have $400 to pay to keep her kids. And then we already know Jasmine's broke ass story, okay? Do not envy these people. Do not pattern your lives after these people. I'm here to tell you they will lead you up Shit's Creek without a paddle. Don't do it. Find you some better role models. And this is one person that I've never spoke on because I just can't get into it. I don't understand the whole everything. But this title really captured my eye. More bad news. They took $10,000 from us. I'm beyond hurt.
Making my household less than, you know what I'm saying, like $10,000 just like that in the middle of Lennon's birthday. We have a trip that we plan coming up. Like, so many things. The baby's coming. So many things. Our move, like so many things is going on in the midst of all this stuff. We actually are thinking of staying here another year because it's just too much. Like a move in itself is between like maybe like 5,000. Depending on first month's rent, last month's rent, deposit, and then like moving, packing. I usually get some movers. They're not like really super expensive. But altogether, maybe around like 4,500 to 5,000, give or take, and then of course switching bills over and all that stuff, whatever. So, um, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot in the midst of just having to give the IRS $10,000. Like that's a lot. Um,
Sis, Dry Begging Chronicles. Nobody on this platform in this sector apparently is above dry begging. You're upset because the IRS took $10,000 that you owed in taxes? Why is that upsetting? That means that you made enough money to whereas you owe $10,000 in taxes. That means you made decent money. I pay way more than that in taxes. I'm trying to figure out why this is upsetting. If you knew this was coming, if you're not a W-2 employee, you should be paying in taxes. If it's going to make you all distraught and give you depression and anxiety when you have to pay your taxes, then you need to be paying in increments and letting them take some of that money that you make instead of spending all the money on whatever, and then at the end of the year or the early next year, trying to play broke and try to get up here dry begging. Girl, you knew you was going to owe them taxes. If you ain't paid taxes all year, what you thought? Once you cross a certain income threshold, you have to pay them people. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. It is what it is. We pay for other people to survive, child. That's what we do. I can't believe you up here dry begging like this. Because that's really what it is. You not upset because she made like 3 different videos about her having to pay her own taxes. And it's 2 of y'all. So y'all had to pay $10,000 between the 2 of y'all. That's $5,000 a piece for an entire year. Like, girl, what are you saying right now? Y'all have to really exit the broke mentality, trying to live above your means and all that. Try living either at your means or below your means. So anytime something happens, you don't have to get up here dry begging and embarrassing yourself, child. Well, that's my reactions for the day. Word to the wise, if you're a 1099 employee or you're somebody who does not get deductions from any income that you have going, them people are going to get their money. Whether it's the year following or 5 years down the road when they audit, because whoever is paying you is reporting that they're paying that money out to reduce their own tax liability. So I suggest pay them people their money. If you got to pay quarterly, a lot of people that I know that are independent contractors, they pay quarterly. Go ahead, get them people their money, but don't get up here acting all surprised because the people want their money. Girl, we're all paying taxes. Unless you're dead broke with a bunch of kids like your homegirl, we all have to pay Uncle Sam his just due. Go ahead and do it, and don't get up here talking about how you had this plan and that plan. You can't plan something with somebody else's money. All right, y'all. It's your girl, Marisa Star One, and I said what I said.